welcome to the shop. So today's video is going to be, I suppose, a Mach 3 explainer, and I'll be answering all the questions, or the main questions, that people have been sending in to me, and general questions about running CNC machines. Now, of course, patrons to the channel do get priority in the question stakes, then followed by subscribers to the channel, and so on. So let's make a start. First question that I'm asked practically every week is how to get started with CNC routers. Especially, the main problem seems to be with everybody is the expense. Well, I'll show you how to get started very cheaply. Okay, so if I was to start with a CNC hobby again, this is what I would start off with. And this is a 3018, meaning it has the travel of 30 millimeters, 180 millimeters in the Y, and I think this one has 45 millimeter travel in the Z. But this particular one that I have has been modified extensively. This isn't the original motor. This is, I think, 4 or 5 times larger than the original. This was, I designed this motor housing then, or holder, and 3D printed it. And this power unit at the back here is the unit that supplies power to the motor. I also put a third rail on the back over here to stiffen it all up. But other than that, I did put a larger stepper motor on here. Other than that, the rest of it is standard. And now with these modifications, it does pretty well actually. It does, you know, sort of 3D carving, small but 3D carving, and I've made it as good as what it could be. And I made some, I think, 16 or 20 videos on assembling this whole thing, and then finding out, okay, this this needs uprating, or all the things that needed uprating, and I made videos uprating it all, and generally how to use it. So this is a good start, and so you can get into CNC routing to learn. This is a learning tool only. I suppose you could call it a big boy's toy, but that's all this is. It's a learning tool, as it were. And you can use free programs on this, such as GRBL, Gerbil, is the program that administers the G-code. There's a couple of other free programs out there you can get, which I describe in my videos. Like I say, there's 20 videos. I think I've put them all into a video library for you. You'll find it on my channel. Some of you may know that I've done quite a few builds. The larger one that this is sat on, this is the last build that I did do, that has a 36 by 36 inch travel. It suits my purposes here. I also did a smaller one, which is like a 40-40, which is about 20 inches by 20 inches, which is a good little machine. And all of the plans are available on my Patron pages, as indeed all of the upgrades and modifications that I have done in the shop here. All the plans are available to patrons. And of course, where to buy stuff from and what the correct things are to buy, as in, you know, the ball screws and things like the spindle and stepper motors and where to get them from and how much they cost. Now I tell you this because you can build a large one like this one sat on. You can build a large one like this for around about 4,000 to 4,500 Australian dollars. That's doing it yourself. You don't need any, you know, sort of big equipment. You know, if you order the right lengths of ball screws and things like that, you can build it straight off my plans. And the only things I used with this was a drop saw. It was actually a wood saw, wood drop saw, a good one. It was a Ryobi, I think. And I used a fine tooth tungsten carbide tipped blade. Now, the blade was fairly expensive, but you can cut aluminium with it quite successfully. And I did 20 videos again building this. Every stage, every bolt hole, every thread, everything, and exactly how to build it, as I did with the smaller CNC router that I built. Like I say, I tell you this because one equivalent to this, if you're going to buy a good brand, it's going to cost you 10 grand. You know, so that is way out of the budget of most of us. So that's why I decided to start building them myself rather than buying them. I've bought several large machines, but it wasn't suiting my purpose on YouTube, so I started building them. Okay, so that's long and drawn out, but that's basically how to start. Get something, you know, this is what I would do. Get something like a 3018, then you start using this. You know, you get the knowledge of how to control a CNC machine and what makes it tick. And building it yourself like this small one, you know, it sort of sets you up to building a larger one. Because if you can put one of these little ones together, you can put a larger one together. It's just scaled up.